Hello everyone, my name is Val and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been posting for a while, but hopefully this will be the one of many videos I plan to do. And today we have a Fantasy Cosmetica Fighter palette. 9-pan eyeshadow palette in the colors that you see clearly on the main cover. I think it's not AI art or anything, so that's an additional point to the palette and to the brand. I created 4 makeups together with you on video, and 5th makeup will be available as a short. All of them can be available as a short if I'm brave enough. Anyway, so this is the thing I'm going through, and if you want to see what I create with that, stay tuned. All of the things about the pricing, about what I think about this palette, and etc, will be at the end of this video. These on my eyes are not from the same palette. It's Color of Rain. This is a next future review video. So if you're interested in that, please follow, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and all of the stuff that YouTube really loves. And on this note, let's start the first makeup. So I took the shade Valor and I'm applying it into the crease and to outline the frame kind of. It's a very nice mustard kind of color and I do enjoy how it looks, even though it's a bit more like a bruise on me, but on warm undertones it's gonna look really good. And after that I'm blending in the shade called Marshall. It's a very nice brown. I would say it's more of a neutral brown, but it blends into the yellow to become more warm and really looks good. I'm just adding it into the outer edge and just a tiny bit into the crease to combine them together, and this will allow us to get this frame for our shiny shade. So I'm taking the shade Glory onto the Color Cosmetics K1 silicone brush. It's like this little tongue out of silicone. It allows to pick up the shiny shades quite nicely, so I really like that brush. And I'm applying it from the center onto the edges, and I try to like distribute it a bit. It has somewhat brownish base, but it has cool reflections. The sparkles are actually cool tone, and I'm not sure if I chose the right frame for it. Maybe it's too warm, but then the brown base, I'm just confused a bit. Maybe I can apply it with the finger for a better overall impact. But yes, probably I chose the wrong frame. Whatever, we will work with what we can. This is basically my final look, and I was really deceived by the shade. That is something brown in there. At the end, it's very shiny, cool toned, multi-chrome, duochrome, something in that direction, and I should have put it into the cool toned frame. However, this is what I got at the end. I tried to kind of balance it out with other warm tones around my face, so it's like a one statement piece only and not anything basically. So for the rest of the face, what I have, as usual, I'm using the Shea Glam foundation in the stick. It's a shade Porcelain, which matches me more or less. I have a warm vanilla, which has a bit of a peach tone, undertone to it, but it's a bit too warm. I tried to mix both of them, but at the end I like this one alone. For the highlighter, I used the Glow Glide Face Architect by Charlotte Tilbury in shade Moonlit Glow, and it's slightly pink. It's like that luxurious kind of highlighter, but I would not recommend actually getting it. So it's nothing special, and I don't think that it's worth money. Then for the rest of the face, I have the Anywhere Caffeine by Makeup Forever for the lips, and I ate half of my lip gloss already, but it's a Skinny Dip by Kaleidos. For blush, I also used Kaleidos in the neutral tone, and yeah, that's just what I have right now. Freckles are done using the same L'Oreal Magic Retouch. Just be careful not to put it into your eyes, but as a freckles on top of the foundation, it's totally fine. That's the look. The first one, a bit disappointed because I used the wrong frame, but this is just life. This is what I'm sometimes dealing with. I will swatch the others next time so that it will be a bit more clear to me how it looks, how it performs, what it looks like. But yes, it does have a brown base. It's just not as prominent as I was thinking it will be. So that's it. That's the first one. Now I will remove the whole thing. I recently started to not use false lashes. First, because it's kind of wasteful for me. I don't really like to buy like bulks of them and also the glue irritates my lash line, and I rarely do it now. So just my own lashes with a bit of mascara. I think it still looks good to me. Maybe for some close-up it's not as much, but I have to sacrifice something in order to be able to do more, maybe in one day. So I try to do 2 looks in one day, and because of that I decided to ditch the lash glue and false lashes. So that's it. That's the first one. Let's remove all of that and start fresh again. So see you in a couple seconds. So I'm taking the shade Cavalier. It's a neutral grey. I'm applying it to the inner and outer corner just to set kind of the base for the darkening in the future, and just to kind of map out my halo eye. And after that I'm taking the shade Warrior and just stamping it on, trying to bring it into the inner and outer corner as usually with halo eyes. And then we're just blending and repeating this process a couple times, because usually you need a bit more darkening and then a bit more blending and then a bit more darkening and a bit more blending again. So yeah, it's just an endless circle until you're more or less happy with what you get. Of course, you can also try the modern halo eye, which looks a bit different. I can show you maybe lost in some other tutorial, but that's what I'm doing right now, just blending out the gray and dark brown neutral colors together. And I think it turns out not that bad. I just need to clean up because my deep set eyes are not allowing me to blend effortlessly in the inner sides. So I'm taking a shade Blade onto the flat brush, flat because it allows to get them nicely onto the eyelid, and I'm just applying it from the center a couple times, and from there dragging it into the edges as usual. That's what I usually do. This shade is like metallic silver, but it has a very nice interesting sparkles of multicolored, just multicolored sparkles, which gives it a nice view. So if you pack it up, it will be a metallic silver. If you stretch it out, it will be just like a bunch of little sparkles in different colors. And this is pretty nice. Mostly I would use it as an inner corner highlight for the 2 shades from this palette as Glory and Might. And as a full lid, it's probably not really worth it, but that's what I got right now. I will add a Kajal pencil because I want to smudge the lash line, and from there I think it will go okay. I will be back soon with a full look. So this is my final makeup. I think I really love these colors. This is not a duochrome on the eyelid, as I mentioned. It's just a very nice metallic with multicolored sparkles. The grays and the colors that are matte in this palette have a bit of a thing to work with them. So if you just dab it completely and then try to blend with the other, it's not gonna work. So you have to be very light-handed. You have to apply not so much pressure and just very fluffy brush. Then they are like very easy to blend together. But if it's a dense brush with a lot of pigment and you dab it, then it might create some problems. So you gotta be careful about that. But the other colors are pretty nice. Also, what do I have on my face? As a highlighter, as you can see, it's a bit purple. That's a Moon Cruiser by Kaleidos. Looks like this, and it has a bit of a purple sheen to it, but it's like silver. This is how it looks. Very nice highlighter. I generally enjoy it. They're a bit more glittery rather than smooth satin like. Not like a chunky glitter or anything, but they are a bit more glittery. On the lips I have Black Moon Ashes. It's a very nice gray with a purple undertone to it. To me it looks really good. I love this color. I don't love this formula. It's very drying. Not the biggest fan of it, even though it holds nicely and it stays put, so it's like you have nothing, but still it's very drying. But that's the liquid lipstick kind of stuff. I very much prefer Kaleidos lip clay. It's more of a velvety texture and it's very comfortable on lips, and it also has a staying power. If you apply it to empty lips just on the liner, it's going to be wonderful. But they don't have the grey, unfortunately, so I had to compromise here on something. For the lash line, by the way, I used the Zero from 24/7 Urban Decay, and it's Glide On Eye Pencil, and it's just to make my lash line less weight since I'm so pale. But yeah, that's the final look. I really like it. I'm like a big grey wolf, but a female. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to enjoy myself, and I really like how it looks in the macro. This color in the center, as I mentioned, is a multi-sparkle, and it's the color that I call for myself. It's like it's an eyeshadow for myself, not for others. For others, it's just gonna look like this, like a metallic. But if you look in the mirror on yourself very closely, you will see those, and I actually really enjoy that as well. So that's the look for today. This is the last look for today as well, and I will continue tomorrow with 2 more hopefully, and then the intro, and we'll be done with this palette. Actually, little palettes make me happy because I can finish them quicker. But yeah, that's so far it. I hope you enjoyed this so far, and see you tomorrow. So I'm taking the shade Valor and I'm applying it in such a pattern, only going slightly into the crease, but mostly shaping this outer V kind of the eye. And right into that I'm going with the shade Marshall, and I'm applying it on top, blending one into another so that I have like a darker mustard color. And from there I will also be adding the Warrior because it's darkest in the palette, just to add definition basically into this whole blend. So I'm taking the shade called Fervor onto Color Cosmetics K1 silicone brush, but actually they are looking better on the regular flat brushes, so I will change the brush. It's a bit smaller one, but I think it will work much better. So I'm setting into the center this reddish shade. As you can see, it probably just like sparkling with the silver shimmer, but nothing more interesting in it. Let's make it a DIY multi-chrome by adding the orange onto the edges from outer edge and the inner edge, and that orange is called Victory. Victory is also nothing kind of interesting and just a nice color that matches the other browns, yellows in this palette, so I think they will complement each other. Other than that, I'm not gonna do anything else. I will add just a wing that is smudged, and that's pretty much it. I will come back with a full look and we will see how it behaves. That is my final look. It's quite warm, very warm to be honest. And I took the yellowish green lenses instead of brown, which I usually do, but that's okay. It's good sometimes to have a change. These both shades are very similar to each other. They are nothing outstanding in terms of indie eyeshadow, so to say, because they are just a base with some sparkles. Sparkles are nice. They all look slightly wet in my opinion, and I think they look good. But by the color itself, I think they're very similar to each other. Red is a bit more on the pinkish side, however. Orange is great to this palette. It matches colors, it fits right in, so I think it's a good one. Red is a bit questionable for me personally. So what do I have on my face in general? Into the lash line on the bottom lid I put the cream gel liner by Colourpop. This is the shade Ninja Way. I think it's a Naruto collaboration. And on the cheeks I added the Sandy Cheeks by Melt Cosmetics. It looks like this, but I blended it out and it's kind of okay on me. And on the lips I have MAC Oak as a pencil, and then Adobe by Kaleidos. It's a very interesting color in my opinion, and I think it fits nicely into this look. At first I applied MAC Cherry, but Cool Toned Red was not the vibe here, so I just removed it and applied the Adobe because it just fit better, and I like to fit better with the stuff. Even though it might be repetitive, but I still enjoy it that way. So that's the final result. I think I did not apply any highlighter because the Sandy Cheeks is a blush lighter actually. So it does have a bit of a reflection to it, and I decided not to overdo everything. So it's just slightly matte. Whatever I have as a little shine is from the foundation, from the concealer. I use Radiant Concealer because of the dark under eyes. So that's the look. That's what I achieved. Nothing else. Today is one of those days when I just want to lay on the couch and eat something in big amounts, especially something salty. That's my guilty pleasure. Unfortunately, this is not what is supposed to happen, and I don't want to wake up like a blob of water tomorrow, so I have to restrict myself a bit just not to get into this state of mind. So I want actually to do one more, and then it will be the last one for the review, but it will be almost last one because intro will be with the other look that I want to create, and that's the plan. I think I will do one today, but maybe just in a couple hours. Right now I want to have a little break to let my eyes have a little break after I wash everything out, and after that maybe at 11 in the evening I will come back to it, maybe not. If not, then I will see tomorrow, which is not a problem anyway. I'm gonna edit it in one day, you will see everything in one day, so that's just how things work. But let's see, maybe I will still come back today. So yeah, that's the pre-plan for now. See you in a second. Today I want to be short, elegant and dark, so we are starting right away with the shade Cavalier into the crease, so I can just have like a little frame. Right after that I'm going into the Warrior with the more dense brush, and I'm creating kind of a wing, but not exactly. The top part I will blend out with the gray, but the bottom part will be like a border for me, basically, to which I'm gonna set my main color. And as the main color today, main eyeshadow, is the color Might. It's very interesting actually, dark, slightly purple kind of, and it's duochrome and multi-colored sparkles in it from what I can see. Into the very inner corner I want to add a bit of a glory to like finish up the look, and that will be pretty much it. I think nothing else is needed. I might add the wing. Yeah, of course the Might color edges need to be blended, but other than that, nothing special. This is like very quick and easy, almost a dirty solution, but I think I like it. So I will finish up the eye and come back with the full look already. So this is my last look. I really enjoyed working with this shade all over the lid. I generally enjoy this such a shade when you can just place it all over, blend a bit, and it's done. Like the look is done. Everything comes together nicely. This color is very interesting because it's technically not purple, not brown, not burgundy, something in between all of them, and it's also duochrome. As you can see on my eyes right now, slightly yellow here, something different here. I cannot properly describe it. I just know that it's like, it's not pink exactly, it's something more purplish but very light, and the side gets yellow, but it also contains a lot of gold sparkles, gold glitter particles, not the actual glitter, but something gold as a shimmer, on par with those little sparkles that are slightly purple, slightly blue. So I'm not sure if it's the true duochrome or it's just pretending to be a duochrome because of these sparkles inside. What else do I have on my face? So I used the purple shade from this palette Celestial Light, and it's called Dark Star, looking like this. And a bit of a gold first one, which is called Dancing Lights. It's very... this palette is quite weird to me. I'm not the biggest fan, probably. It's very pretty, but it's like all over the place. Then, as my blush, I used the Balm Beach. Actually, one of the prettiest colors I have, and I don't know why I did not use it more, but yeah, now I'm using it. It's good. Then for the lips, I used the Endless Cacao. Endless Cacao, as I mentioned multiple times, my favorite pencil for the lips. And on top of that, I applied the Shea Glam Cocoa Cookie Crystal Glaze. It's a lip balm. It's called Lip Care actually here. It's feeling quite nice on the lips, so I do enjoy this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My mascara as usual, everything else is as usual. I tried to do some hairstyle, like removing the hair away from my face with the darker looks. I think it kind of looks better. But yeah, the most enjoyable part is definitely just applying the shade all over the lid and letting it blend on the edges. Perfection. I really like that. I'm a huge fan of that. And I do have something to say about this palette, so I will need to film parts of the palette to do the inserts of the shades in the macro, so you can see exactly what I'm applying instead of just saying it. And after that I also need to do the intro makeup, so just the fifth one, kind of to wrap up. So yeah, I will give myself a bit of a break and then come back with another look. Not in tutorial form, not in the touching form, but I think I will do some justice for the glory because yeah, at first I was wrong with that. And then we will see everything in regards to the pricing and how I feel about this palette and what I think in general. So stay here, I will be back quickly. So this is my last look with this palette. I tried to do something like a smoky eye, and I found out that this palette, this glory shade, has in fact a brown base, which you can see like this. So when you blend out the shimmers into the brow bone, for example, so you can see a bit of a brow bone highlighted with a shimmer, and you see the brick brown base. It's kind of cool. It blends together. It's another one of these shades that you just put on all over the lid and you're good to go, because it blends by itself technically into your skin with this brown base. Overall, I'm not criticizing or anything. This palette is not my character choice, so to say, because Fighter is somebody who's like very close and open confrontation. This is not what I do. This is not how I would prefer to solve problems, and etc, etc. So yeah. Also, what do I have on my face? The legendary Manizer sisters. They are technically both highlighters, but I use this one as highlighter, the gold one, and this one as blush. And I truly love this shade, truly love this shade. This one is relatively new. I had a tiny one before, so this one is a full size. I started using it not long ago, so yeah. For the lips, I have the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF. Awesome pencils. I want to get more, but with the shipping and fees, customs, etc. into Europe, this is gonna be a deal breaker for me. So I have to either wait or buy smaller sizes somehow. And on top of that, I actually applied Glow Play lip balm. It doesn't work as lip balm for me. It already starts to dry out on my lips. I don't like it. I just try to use it up. So that's the final result. These are my thoughts. This palette by itself has only one multichrome. Others are multi-dimensional sparkle shades. Some are with silver, some are with gold, and you can get all of the description on the website of Fantasy Cosmetica. So I'm not gonna just give you the whole description of every shade of 9 in this palette. I just want to mention that it's 9 pans, 1.5 gram each, and it costs $36.95 on the official website. On Monolith for Europe, it costs 45, right? 45.50? 45.50 plus shipping, and they only have 2 pieces left, so that's like on the official website they probably will have it lasting for a bit longer. I'm not sure how much of a stock they have, and I'm not sure if you actually want this palette. This color story is not for me, even though I do enjoy the gray ones. You can see that the artworks here are representing also the shades that you get in the pans. And the cool side is really nice. The Glory and Might are those shades that I really enjoy. It's like glide on, even with the finger, blend a bit edges, you're good to go. Nothing really needed. You don't even need any frame for that. Fervor and Victory, too little differences for me. Too many similarities. Valor, kind of a mustard yellow, so I'm not the biggest fan of the mustard yellow. Maybe it is just on me. On the website it says that it's a dusty yellow. On me it's mustard yellow, and I'm not that good with mustard yellow, to be honest. Sometimes I'm good, but not in this. Yeah, it's just not my class of choice for the play, I would say. And overall they are all good. All shades that I tried, they are really good, and you can work with them, and it's a really nice palette. A bit expensive for my liking for the 9 shades, considering that there is only 1 multichrome. But that's how it's priced. That's what it is. Overall, I like it. Not my choice, but I like it anyway. And I wouldn't have bought it, to be completely honest. That's just not what I would reach for, probably. They are available as singles. For the singles, I would probably buy like 4 shades out of this palette, right? 4 to 5. 4 to 5 shades I would buy. So that's what I'm thinking. The whole palette is not the one. 4 to 5 shades. really good. So yeah, that was my thought process. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat nice and educational to watch, and I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel, give this video a like as usual, and leave some nice comment, because I really enjoy to read the comments from you and to interact with you, because that's the type of thing why I'm doing this channel work and stuff. So I hope I will see you next time with the next palette, and it will be also interesting and maybe educational. Let's see how the things will unravel, and in the meantime, thank you so much for watching and see you soon. Bye!